Although the opioid crisis is currently at its peak, the United States has seen 3 waves of the epidemic starting in the early 1990s. At that time, opioid-related deaths began to increase due to the overprescription of opioids as a pain coping mechanism. In the early 2000s, the amount of opioids doctors were allowed to prescribe began to be regulated, and the second wave of the crisis began as those addicted to prescription pain medicines turned to heroin and other illegal forms. In the third wave, which we are currently in, began in the late 2000s due to the increase in dangerous synthetically manufactured opioids such as fentanyl. Since this is affecting so many citizens, there has been many attempts by local, state, and federal agencies to aid in the situation. There has been safe drug disposals, methadone clinics, safe injection sites, and many more, but it is still questionable on which is the best combination of aid and where funding should be allocated. Another controversial means of addressing addiction is creating safe injection sites in communities. Safe injection sites are locations where addicts use under the supervision of a person trained in the use of Narcan or naloxone, a drug used to reverse overdoses. There are clear pros and cons, and in U.S. states like California, the debate is heated. Citizens for safe injection sites state that safe injection sites will save lives, which to them should be the main goal, and act as a gateway between addicts and treatment. In the centers already implemented in Canada, access to addiction treatment and recovery are located within the same building. Many community members where sites are being considered fear that the safe injection sites will promote illegal drug use and crime. The model is a harm reduction approach. Addicts are in a safe environment with safe needles and do not risk death via overdose. What does the evidence show about the effectiveness of this as a treatment option? There has been over 100 safe injection sites open, but the largest and most studied ones are located in Canada. At Insight, the first Canadian safe injection site, they had supervised over 3.6 million injections and 6,000 overdoses, none of which resulted in death as of 2018. Studies found in the area there were a sharp decrease in opioid-related deaths of about 50 people, and there were no magnifying effect present, which led to increased drug use and crime. Even if it is an effective means to stop the opioid crisis, is it legal to allow or even promote illegal drug use? This is the question Philadelphia and other cities are facing. Safe House in Philadelphia was sued by the Department of Justice because it would fall under a crack house under the Controlled Substance Act. A federal judge on October 2nd of 2019 ruled that Safe House did not fall under the scrutiny of this act because it was trying to stop drug use, not facilitate it. The Trump administration, along with many scared citizens, are against this option. As more cities and communities search for addiction treatment options, the debate around safe injection sites will continue to open the dialogue of how we address the epidemic head-on in our communities.